Now we're going to invite another speaker who is with the system for the past 7 years. But she's just turned a star diamond, and she turned a star diamond because she started working. She was sleeping for the past 6 years. So if you sleep in Dxn, are you going to earn? So you see the power of the system? She started working last year, and within a year, she's a diamond. So we have people who've turned a diamond within 3 to 4 months also, but she didn't understand the system initially, and to our great astonishment, she was working in the food and hygiene department with Tiffany. So that's the right field where she's working. She could have promoted Dxn like this, but you know what? It needs to click. It needs to click, and then that click needs to be taken care of and proceed with it. You cannot just click and say, okay, I'm going to start today, and that's it. Tomorrow you go and sleep. Today I went to the ladies' meet. I paid, you all paid 30 dirhams, yeah? But you're having a whole day training. The money which you paid is only for booking this place, but it's worth to come and spend this much. Even if you have to spend a single dirham, you have to invest, which is called you're investing in your business, and then you have to get the reward, right? So whatever you learn today, if you're not going to implement in your day-to-day life, is it going to benefit you? No, right? So you need to implement this in your day-to-day life. So we will invite Miss Jamshina. She's a star diamond. She's recently turned into a star diamond, and she's going to share her experience. And by the way, to our great astonishment, she's turned to a star diamond just by promoting one product. Can anybody guess which product? Sorry? No? No? This is a very wonderful product. Do you all know? It's an amazing product, and especially for women, it's an amazing product, right? It's called green blood because it has chlorophyll in it, and that's called green blood, and it's an amazing product for women, right or wrong? And nobody could guess this. Now you need to clap for her because she promoted this. Please, Jamshina, come on board.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, she is right because I am 7 years in Dxn. But I am Jamshina Naushad, working in IFCO groups of company in their quality department with their food inspection team. First of all, I am saying thanks to Dxn and Dr. Lim Sheojin for giving me this type of an opportunity. And this is actually an unexpected growth in my life because I never think myself as a distributor of a company in this role. That is mainly because of the support of my husband, because even if the membership is in my name, I am not the person who find out Dxn company. That is my husband. That's why I am 7 years in Dxn. Because my husband met Mr. Manoj, our senior leader. Through Manoj, my husband knows about Dxn. Because that time, my husband has some health problem, like high BP, like that problem. And its side effects like tiredness, breathlessness, like that, so many problems he has. Gradually, in the starting of this blood pressure itself, he started to meet doctor. That time they started to give medicines also. But with that medicine, he never gets any relief from that. Because from the consultation time itself, because of high tension, his BP starting to increase and increase. That's why the doctor prescribed on the basis of that high BP. So the overdosage of that medicine also gave so many side effects to my husband. And last, he met Mr. Manoj and he explained about the products. And he started to use Dxn coffee and one by one, all the products of Dxn company. That time, I was in India. So he shared about these products with me, but I never encourage him. I am frankly saying in front of you, I never encourage him because I don't have any idea about that type of mushroom, Ganoderma lucidum. So I told him, don't use the product. But because of the relief he got from this product, he never heard my words and he stick on the company and its product. And past 2 years, I am here, and that time I started to attend the meetings or seminars conducted by the Dxn company. And from the meeting, I got something. And also, on the basis of that information, I started to study about the products, I started to collect about the documents, and finally, I also started to use the product. In Dxn company, there is no any product what I am not using. That means I am using each and every product of Dxn company now. And I got so many experiences from that. Now, I am very glad to share some documents what I collected about Spirulina. I am denoting or I am using a word, a green power, to represent Spirulina. That is mainly because actually it is a highly powerful herbal product. That is why I am saying it as a green power. The time is very limited. That's why I will try my best to finish this one as soon as possible. Just cooperate with me. Then first of all, we want to know what is Spirulina. This is actually a spiral-shaped blue-green algae. I tested this one in my lab and I saw its clear structure through the microscope. But, that structure before I saw in my textbooks only. That one, first in my life I saw in my lab, that is the Dxn Spirulina product. And this is the first photosynthetic life. And this is a plant, but the Spirulina don't have a thick cell wall just like other plants. Its cell wall is very thin and it is very delicate. That is why its absorption and digestion is very fast. It is an ideally dietary supplement and it has very high protein content. It is a rich source of micronutrients. Because of all these qualities, Spirulina is known as a food from God. This is the dramatic representation of the nutrients present in Spirulina. Spirulina is rich in protein, that I said to you. That is 60% of Spirulina is mainly protein, 12% is vitamins and minerals, 6% lipids, and 20% is carbohydrates. When we compare the protein concentration or the protein present in Spirulina, it has some specialities. That is, it is very easily digestible and its absorption rate is very high. It contains so many essential amino acids. When we compare our body, we can see that our body is mainly made up of proteins. That is 60 main building blocks of our body is protein. That's why we are encouraging the children to use protein-rich product, especially in their teenage period. Because in that period, their growth development is starting in that period. That's why they should eat protein-rich products. So we are giving meat, soya beans, eggs like protein-rich products to the children. But when we compare the protein concentration or the protein level of Spirulina with these common food items, we can see that in meat, the protein is present in meat. But when comparing the protein level, it is less than 40% than that of Spirulina. That means Spirulina contains 40% more than that of meat. In case of soya bean, Spirulina contains protein 20% greater than that of soya beans and 12% than that of egg. And these are about the protein and the nutrient levels, and I will explain what I said is about the protein only. So many nutrients are present, and that I will explain next. But now I want to ask one thing. We are breathing in every second. Why we are breathing? We know that for the existence of the life, oxygen is very important, because cell needs 3 factors for its function, or the proper functioning of the cell. It needs 3 factors: oxygen, water, and nutrients. In that, how this oxygen enter into the cell, that we want to know. That is, during breathing, oxygen from the air goes to the lungs. From the lungs, blood carries this oxygen into the cell. So, heart pump this oxygen-rich blood into the cell. In the cell, that time, because of the cellular functions, so much carbon dioxide will be there. This carbon dioxide will goes to the blood. That time, the oxygen will release into the cell. The oxygen carbon dioxide exchange will take place in between cell and blood. And finally, now the situation is cell contains oxygen and blood contains carbon dioxide. This blood, carbon dioxide contained blood, then goes back to heart, and from the heart it goes back to, during breathing it will go out from to the air from the body. That is actually happening during breathing. Then we know finally the blood carries oxygen into the cell. That is the final conclusion of that. But how blood carries oxygen into the cell? What is the factor carries blood into the cell? That is hemoglobin present in red blood cells. Hemoglobin plays a very important role in the transfer of or the carrying of oxygen from blood to the cell. So a person get a rich amount of oxygen into the cell if their or if his hemoglobin level or HB level is in proper way. For that, what should be the, we should know what are the factors plays an important role in the production of hemoglobin. That is mainly iron, vitamin B12 and vitamin B9 or folic acid. The person in his body, if the scarcity of any of these factors is there, the HB level will be or hemoglobin level will be low, and that condition is known as anemia, and that person is known as anemic person. I was an anemic person before using the Spirulina and Dxn product. The Spirulina was the first product what I started to use as a Dxn product. That's why I have so many dedication towards Spirulina, and that's why I selected Spirulina as a subject to speak in front of you. And we know iron, vitamin B12, B9 are the factors. But are you think about your food item? Is it rich with nutrients? These nutrients, are you sure about that? In that case, you should use Spirulina in your food or in your daily life. I explained about protein already. The next one, minerals. In that case, the first important one is iron. We are when we compare the iron concentration of Spirulina, it is Spirulina is the rich source of iron. This is a natural iron supplier. Mainly we are selecting spinach-like vegetables as an iron-rich one. When we compare the iron concentration or iron percentage in spinach-like one, the Spirulina contain iron is 10 to 20 times more than that of spinach. And it contains calcium, phosphorus, magnesium like other minerals also, that is more than that of milk. But the speciality is that these components are present in balanced forms. Next one, vitamin B12. In case of vitamin B12, I can say that the vitamin B12 is mainly rich in meat, liver and dietary products. When we are thinking about vegetarians, they don't use this type of products. They are not using meat, liver, dietary products. So, in vegetarians, the people has anemia is mainly because of the scarcity of vitamin B12. So, if any vegetarians are here in front of me, vegetarians should include Spirulina in their daily food. And vitamin B9 is another one, that is the folic acid. As a lady, we know what is the importance of folic acid, because during pregnancy period, the doctors are giving folic acid tablets throughout the pregnancy period. but the spirulina is a natural source of folic acid. Time is limited one, that's why I'm skipping some slides. Next one, vitamin A. Vitamin A, we know it is very important for healthy vision. The vitamin A present in spirulina is 10 times more than that of carrot. We know we are eating carrot for a very good vision, and we are encouraging our children also to eat carrot. But the presence of vitamin A in spirulina is 10 times more than that of carrot. Also, it is important for healthy skin. That is, it is an anti-aging. And vitamin E. In case of vitamin E, it is very important for beautiful skin and for beautiful and healthy skin. It is an anti-aging one, and that is because of the importance of vitamin A for giving a shiny skin. They are now, Western countries, they are using this vitamin E-rich spirulina in cosmetics. In case of lipids, we can say that it is rich in essential fatty acids. The important one is gamma-linolenic acid, which is present in mother's milk. Because of the presence of gamma-linolenic acid in mother's milk, babies get a very strong immunity. They are very much resistant towards the diseases. That is mainly because of the presence of gamma-linolenic acid. Spirulina is one of the natural supplier of gamma-linolenic acid. It improves the immune system. And also, it increases the milk secretion of lactating mother. In case of carbohydrates, the component of cell wall of spirulina is ramenose and glycogen. They are very delicate, a very simple structured one. That is why the digestion is very simple. Directly it can absorb into the blood. So when we are eating spirulina, it will release a very fast energy. And another thing, the spirulina increase the flora of the beneficial flora of the intestine. So the people who has constipation problems will get a fast relief from spirulina. Important pigments present in spirulina are phycocyanin and chlorophyll. Both are important for the improvement of the immune system. Especially phycocyanin is very important in development of immune system, because they have a very important role in the production of white blood cells, that is WBC. In case of chlorophyll, it is very important for in blood purification. So these both are wash out the free radicals from the body also. You know the dosage, what Dxn company is saying about spirulina, 6 to 9 candies. I skipped that slide. Anyway, that is adaptogen. That's why there is no any dosage for spirulina. You can use according to your pocket. And and weight loss by spirulina. That is, when we are taking spirulina, that time it's very important. If some people wants to gain weight, some people wants to lose weight. But we are taking food because of appetite actually. I don't have time to explain what is appetite like that. Anyway, when we are taking food, our cells will get nutrients. For that, we are getting some feelings like appetite in our body. And we are taking food, and these foods as the nutrients from the food goes into the cell. That means if the nutrients are, the cells are getting nutrients before taking food, we will not feel appetite. So the people who want to lose their weight should eat spirulina half an hour or 30 minutes before food. So from the spirulina itself, that person will get all the nutrients what his cells needs, and control his food also. That way he can reduce the weight. But the people who wants to gain weight should use spirulina just after the food, so the effect will be double. Anyway, if we are using some synthetic tablets for getting nutrients to the body, in that case, the 16 times the absorption of these vitamins and minerals or other nutrients from the synthetic tablets is 16 times less than that of spirulina. Means if we are eating spirulina, our body will absorb nutrients 16 times more than that of the synthetic tablets and vegetables. Anyway, the most important thing is World Health Organization is promoting this spirulina as a superfood. Also, NASA is saying that a person can live with only spirulina and water. That is why NASA is promoting to the astronauts. Anyway, if the person wants to lead a healthy and youthful life, he should use the spirulina in their daily life. And thank you very much for hearing me. And once again, good morning, Dxn.